What's happening, Berchachis? Today we're at the infamous Santa Monica Courthouse, which is essentially a formerly legit street spot that has been now converted into a legit, safe skate spot. I don't know if bikes are technically allowed, I obviously don't care, but today we're here for a very important reason. We're gonna be learning how to pedal grind. Now, personally, I don't think this trick is real. Anytime you put your foot down into something, like a foot plant or a pedal grind or a pedal stall, I feel like it's too close to your foot, so in my book, it doesn't really count, but it is still a fun trick, don't get me wrong. When I do crank arms, I try to do it mostly on the crank and lean a little bit on the pedal, but I don't try to do it all foot and pedal because I feel like that's also cheating. But again, that's just my personal take. This trick is very fun, so I definitely highly recommend learning it. And once you do, then you might as well throw on a switch peg and then learn a switch grind, because that's all it really is. For me personally, I'm left foot forward, so that means I normally grind on the left. For this trick, I'm gonna be grinding with my back foot, which is my right rear foot. So that is essentially gonna replace my back peg. Fair warning, it took me a long time to do this trick on this ledge because it's an overhanging ledge, which means that there's an empty crevice underneath, so my peg will get caught underneath. I don't recommend learning it on something like this. Also, if you have 4 pegs, I recommend learning it without the rear peg that you're gonna be grinding on. Ideally, you're either pegless or you have pegs only on one side, just for this trick. You don't have to stay that way or anything like that. All right, so where do you begin? First off, find yourself a ledge again, one that doesn't have an overhang. Find one that's solid all the way through, whether it's plastic, wood, or concrete, doesn't really matter. I definitely recommend learning it on a wide ledge, not a narrow one. Earlier over there, I took a pretty good spill. Because it's really narrow and I was focused on the grind and I forgot that your tire can go over on the backside and you can definitely wipe out, so be careful with that. The prerequisites for this trick are essentially just bunny hopping and having a pedal. If you could do those 2 things, you can learn this trick. It's very easy. Also, if you have brakes, it's even easier because when you hop on the grind and if you lock your brakes, it won't allow your pedals to shift because the wheel will be locked. If you don't have brakes, you have to hold your bike up with your right rear foot. You can also learn this trick with your front left foot, or if you're the other way with your front right foot. But for this tutorial, I'm teaching you with your right rear foot. So, essentially to begin, bunny hop onto the ledge one time just to make sure you can get up to that height. You can do that, then you can be able to do this trick very easily. All you have to do is ride parallel to the ledge. So you're gonna wanna come in close to a 45-degree angle. You don't want to go 90 at it, you don't want to go 180 at it, you want to go right in the middle of 45. Your front tire is on the ledge, and then your right rear foot pushes down. Again, if you have brakes, you lock them. If you don't, you just keep the pressure. And you want to be kind of dainty. You don't want to really push down too hard, because then your pedals, they have pins and they'll snag down on whatever you're grinding. So you kind of want to be gentle, just land on there smoothly, put your pedal down. Now, if you lean a little bit into the ledge, so for me, since I'm doing it right foot in the rear on the right side, I'm going to lean slightly into the ledge. You're going to have to lean a little forward because your tire needs a little bit of weight over it. And also you're going to want to steer it because when you're on this ledge, it's going to kind of try to make you 45, like it's going to make you spin. And that's why this trick ideally is a pedal grind to 180. But you can still pedal grind and come off of it straight. You're just gonna literally launch a little bit crooked and you have to just adjust. Personally, I only like doing this trick to 180 or to 360. So that's the way I would learn it. But if you don't know how to spin yet, we're just trying to teach you how to grind on your pedal. So once you're actually on the ledge, again, be very careful you don't pick a ledge where your peg is gonna get stuck underneath. It will send you flying, so don't do that. Once you're on the ledge, you're gonna wanna be turned, like I said, 45. You're gonna wanna let the back end drag a little bit, but not on the ground, just on the ledge. So you wanna find a ledge that's slightly above your tire height when you're in this position. And then again, you wanna lean forward a little bit so that your weight is slightly over the bars. And then your right foot is pushing down. And at the same time, your sprocket and your chain are gonna grind a little bit, they'll slide. So I do recommend maybe having a hefty chain or a sprocket guard, that will help. I ride the Shadow V2 interlock chain. It's a half link chain, but it's very strong. And I also ride the Sabrosa Simone sprocket. which is metal and has a bash guard. It's a 25 tooth, so it's big enough to still catch on the ledge. So that's why I have it protected. But when you're on this ledge and you're grinding, your sprocket and chain will occasionally grind. And when you're learning it, it's very important that you have a guard because you're gonna land harder than you will once you have it dialed. But once you're on the ledge, all it really is balancing with your weight over the bars, turning the bars slightly to adjust because your tire is gonna wanna turn to the right into the ledge. So you wanna turn a little bit to the left. And then at the very end, all you have to do is hop off. Just a little baby bunny hop, not even a real harsh bunny hop or anything like that. And that's it. There's nothing really to this grind. All it is essentially pretending like you're grinding because your foot is right here. So if you feel like you're gonna fall, you can just literally step off. It's pretty easy. I'll show you a bunch of the takes. So once you've reached the end of the ledge, or if you want to just pull off in the middle of the ledge, either one is fine. All you really have to do is essentially lean your weight over, and you can literally practice just like I'm doing. Just get on the bike like this in a stall and learn how to hop up and over to the left. Whoa, don't do that. I'll remind you, if you don't have a back peg, this will be a lot easier. If you do, you have to turn away a little further, and basically you'll be more in like closer to a 90 grind than a 45, somewhere in the middle. So just put your bike on the ledge like this, put your pedal down, basically tap away your foot, and then just nudge yourself up and over to the left. So just, it's pretty easy. And then if you want to learn it to 180, or essentially it's almost like a 90, because at the very end, you're gonna be grinding and spinning already. So all you have to do is just swing your hips and throw the back end over, and then just make sure you pop up and over the corner of the ledge, and you'll be able to 180. But again, you can kind of cheat, just fake put it on there, lock your brakes if you have them. If you don't, just push down, and then just 180. But again, this is just to learn the grind, so you can cheat a little bit, not a big deal. Okay, lock the brakes, or push down hard if you're brakeless, and just 180. My phone almost went flying. Good thing that didn't happen because it's a new phone and I don't want to break it. But that's it. This grind is super easy. Again, I borderline don't consider it a real trick, but I did see someone request it, so I wanted to answer that for them. So that's how you do a pedal grind with your boy Alfredo. Please make sure to like this video. I do put in a lot of work into all these videos, so I appreciate the support. A little comment, a little fist, some prayer hand emojis, anything to let me know you're out there. And make sure to follow my other channel, Alfredo Answers. If you have any business, stock market, or investing questions, go to that channel and Instagram. And that's it. See you guys tomorrow.